The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is paid for by Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, who is solely responsible for its content. Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Good morning and welcome to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with co-host, fellow realtor, husband, Pat Devaney.
Good morning, Jackie.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Terrific.
Okay, so it's October.
Yes. Time flies.
How did that happen?
I know. It feels like
Wasn't
last
it July
month.
like last week?
Right. The summer.
Ugh.
I miss it.
Me too.
Never long enough.
Never
hot enough.
Never.
I know I'm against a lot of people out there that do not care for the hot, warm weather, but I love it and never want it to end.
The South is in my future.
Okay. We are here today with us.
Wow.
The three of us, once again.
DC is here with us. Good
Yes.
morning, DC. How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you? I'll chime in if you want me to.
Yes,
Need
absolutely.
me to at some point. I will.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some opinions. And
All right. We'd love to hear them.
He's got a voice for radio, too, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Oh, yes, you do.
As long as he doesn't puke on the radio, we'll be doing fine.
Hey, everybody. Anyway, go ahead.
You could do it all. You can even change your voice, which is
Yeah.
amazing to me.
Yeah. Well.
You're very gifted.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m., where we talk real estate. We have an exceptional real estate office with many professional realtors that have been guiding, assisting, and advising clients in real estate matters for over 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or if you'd like to suggest a topic that hasn't been covered in the past 14...
Who do you know
Yes.
that would be a perfect guest for our radio show?
People who show up and don't cancel on us at the last minute, that would be good.
Yes.
You can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab and see what's going on at Dunmore Corners. We have people that was on their bucket list. They came in from New Mexico and they were dancing in front of the camera. And they came in and it was like, oh, I got to get on the camera.
The world famous Dunmore Corners webcam. That's awesome.
Yeah, sure. Take a picture with the buck at the
There you
corners,
go.
right?
That's right.
And have your family check you out on while you're walking from Dunmore Candy Kitchen, Caramia's, the diner, wherever,
Pandarella's, right?
Right. All right. View our listings, search the MLS listings, and listen to archive radio shows by going to mobile-friendly JRUDDY.com. That's jruddy.com, where also all the podcast apps that we have the radio show on are featured. And check us out on social media. We're just about everywhere. Okay. This week, what would you like to talk about?
Real estate.
All right. Go figure. Here is the average U.S. starter home and where you can find one in Pennsylvania. Well, let's talk about this.
That's affordable?
Well, I don't know about that these days, but I mean, even the starter homes have cost a little bit. This is from an analysis by 5 Star Painting. They conducted a survey. The average United States starter home was built in, this is up your alley, D.C., 1969.
Okay.
I was going to say the 40s.
Yeah. All right.
And so, going back. You want the 1940s, though, right? Preferably.
I will take existing construction. I do not necessarily need to have a new home built for me.
But you don't want an 80-year-old home, but yet you want, you don't want a 100-year-old home, but yet you don't want a new build.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the average U.S. starter home costs $367,677.
That's across the country.
That
though.
is
that's
across the country. That's a little different around our area.
Sure.
Okay. And it offers 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And living space would be around, this is manageable, 1,250 square feet.
Okay.
All right. And the yard space would be almost 6,600 square feet.
Right, it's normal for a yard.
Normal, yeah. But that's what it looks like. A little different than your red brick Cape.
Right. I said a couple of weeks ago, yes. Ultimately, that's what I like is the red brick Cape Cod.
I like that. Yeah.
But yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah, isn't it nice?
Picture there.
Yeah, a little picture that our listeners can't see. The analysis used this data from various listings across the 50 largest U.S. cities, and this survey included homes, townhomes, and condos. That measured 1,800 square feet or less, and they counted them as a starter home. And a starter home, obviously, is the first home someone can typically afford to buy.
Right. And a starter home like that on Long Island is $700,000-$800,000.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Right. Depends where you are.
Does.
Yeah.
On the list of top 10 U.S. cities that have the best deals on starter homes, Pittsburgh,
I was going to say
Pennsylvania,
that.
yeah, ranks number 7. The average starter home in Pittsburgh costs $214,500 and measures 1,300 square feet.
So that's a starter home. That's not a fixer-upper. That's just...
That's a starter home. The median household income in the metro area is $54,000 in Pittsburgh. The median income needed to afford a starter home is $53,600. So it's right there. The challenging housing markets and increased prices have made starter homes in many areas less affordable. Mm-hmm. So the average household could only afford a starter home in their own city in 12 of the 50 cities analyzed.
Wow.
So in addition to Pittsburgh, here are the cities where starter homes are most attainable: Kansas City, Missouri; Detroit, Michigan; St. Louis, Missouri; Milwaukee, Wisconsin; Louisville, Kentucky; Memphis, Tennessee; Cleveland, Ohio; Baltimore, Maryland; Oklahoma City, Oklahoma; Indianapolis, Indiana.
All right. A bunch of those cities I don't want to live in.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, let's just...
Well, see, that's why they're more affordable.
That's why they're
right.
Okay. So starter homes in California are the least
Oh,
attainable.
gee. There's a surprise.
Right? No surprises there. And 7 of the 12 cities where it's hardest to afford a starter home are located in California, right?
Okay.
Los Angeles has the least affordable, followed by New York City, then San Francisco.
I don't want to live anywhere. I don't want to...
Here you go. You're a Philly boy, DC. Philadelphia starter homes are on average built in 1950.
Right. Okay.
With a price tag of $235,000.
Right.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, under 1,200 square feet. So it measures about 1,152 square feet of living space and about 6,900 square feet of yard space.
Okay. All right.
All right?
Yes. All right.
Gives you an idea.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Statistics. You love statistics. I have more for you this week. All right. These are the last 30 days. Greater Scranton Board of Realtors MLS statistics.
All right. Now, the Greater Scranton Board, what does that cover? Because when I hear that, I think just Scranton, but I know it's more than Scranton.
Right. So it's the MLS covers a wide territory.
Most of Lackawanna County?
Yeah, but you can enter a listing. The data that they provide is based on county. So your primary MLS could be out of the area, but if you have a listing that is listed and sold in our system, it would be used in order to come up with this data. This data is, I just pulled Lackawanna, Luzerne, Monroe, Pike, Wayne, and Wyoming.
Wow.
Last week's data that we talked about, that was for the whole Greater Scranton Board of Realtors. Like any house that was listed or multi-unit that was listed in the system, that was that. This is just Lackawanna, Luzerne, Monroe, Pike, Wayne, and Wyoming for the last 30 days. 2 bedrooms or less, the median sales price was $138,000.
Oh, that's affordable.
And 3 bedrooms, $211,000 median sales price. For 4 or more bedrooms, the median sales price is $289,000. For a single family home sold in the last 30 days, the median sales price, and this is any amount of bedrooms, is $217,000.
Okay.
All right. Now, how did people pay for these homes over the last 30 days? 30%.
Daddy's money? Daddy's money?
30% paid.
Cash.
Yeah. Still quite a bit of cash out there. 43% used a conventional loan,
Okay.
mortgage. 14% used an FHA, the Federal Housing Administration type of mortgage. 4% used a PHFA, that's the Pennsylvania Housing mortgage, and the 7.5% used a VA.
Okay, so the benefits of the FHA and the PHFA is a low down payment.
Low down payment and extra closing cost assistance.
Okay.
So, not surprisingly, sellers regret not using a real estate agent. Many sellers who conducted a for sale by owner recently, they declined. They wanted to do it on their own. They really feel that they're saving a lot.
Oh, yeah, I'm saving money. I know the market.
They're saving money, and they've done it before, so they know what to do.
And I got a Zestimate.
All right. They're twice as likely, for sale by owners, twice as likely to say they weren't satisfied with the selling experience when they did it on their own. And this is according to Clever Real Estate, who surveyed previous for sale by owners. Why? Because they got a lower sales price, it was a longer selling process, and they had more stress.
Right. And they're dealing with things they don't deal with on a daily basis, like
right.
How do you deal with when there's a problem with the inspections? What do you deal with when there's a problem with the title search? How do you deal with a problem with this and that?
Or when people don't show
up
for their appointments.
Well, I'm saving money.
And you just clean the house.
Yeah, I'm saving money.
So there's a lot of that. Not that
and
doesn't happen with realtors, because it certainly does, but there's a lot of extra stress in terms of what they're doing during the course of a day, getting their kids off to school or activities in the summer, and cleaning the house and working and all of that.
And of course, everybody who's coming into your house, right?
Are they pre-approved?
Are they? Off. Mm-hmm.
So we all know, we've been talking this for years, a vast amount of searches, home buyers search for properties before they start actually physically viewing them. They start their search online, right?
Absolutely.
So I think a lot of people think, I just throw my house up on some internet site and the right buyer will come. And that might be true, but there's a lot more to it than that. And so this is from NAR, the National Association of Realtors 2023 profile of buyers and sellers. And they found that 89% of buyers and sellers in the last year used a real estate agent, and that was up from 2022. So only 7% of homeowners sold as a for sale by owner last year, which matches the all-time low recorded.
So I know when I'm buying from a for sale by owner, I know that they have met all of the requirements, that they have done full disclosures as they should, right?
Sure.
Oh, of course they're complying with all the laws.
Well, there's a thing, like there are some buyers that are hesitant to deal with someone directly when they're selling something, because they don't want, they want to avoid any kind of confrontation, awkward feelings.
Mm-hmm. I don't want the owner showing me their house. I would like someone more independent with a more objective point of view showing me the house than the owner. That's just my preference.
Right. And that's, I think, a lot of what home buyers think, too. And then they can't express themselves as truthfully and honestly as they want. They don't want to offend anybody or insult anybody. And I think when an owner is showing a house, they're a little bit more emotionally involved.
Mm-hmm. Oh, completely.
Right. So yeah, and
you feel like you're on somebody's turf. It's kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, you do. You don't like you don't want to open a cupboard or a refrigerator.
Right. Absolutely. Okay, go ahead.
Or even breathe the wrong way. They show you something, you go. And then they go, oh, really? Oh, really? You don't like it? Fine. You know what? Leave.
Get out.
They get emotionally attached to your feedback, and so.
Well, if you're going to give them constructive feedback, it's going to be hard for that person that owns the house not to feel rejected.
Take it personally, because it's very personal to them.
Right.
Yep.
And so usually they don't, for sale by owners, don't fare as well as when a professional realtor represents the home.
They usually take less money.
They do, because they feel like they're saving the commission.
Yeah, they save so much.
But it has been, there's been survey after survey conducted. There's no secret here. When it's listed with a realtor, chances are you're going to get more.
Okay.
More.
I know that.
FSBO sold at a median sales price of $310,000 last year. You like your statistics, right, Pat?
Right. FSBOs.
Compared
You're using the word
to
FSBOs.
FSBOs, yes, for sale by owner, sold at a median sales price of $310,000, compared to the median sales price when a realtor lists and sells a home of $405,000.
Ooh, that's a big difference.
That's from the National Association of Realtors data. Okay?
Yeah. I'm selling my house. I don't want to deal with anything. Here it is. Take care of it. Tell me when to be home and when not to be home.
Let's take a drastic change and turn in conversation. I've always been meaning to talk about this on the radio. When we did our house, when we renovated our house, we decided to do central vac, right?
Yes. Very powerful.
Do you like our central vac?
I love it.
Why?
Because it's powerful. The hose reaches every. See, I installed the system. And when I put it in, I put the biggest system in. It's got a dual exhaust outside the building, So it's got dual exhaust on my central vac.
But I have something to tell you.
She doesn't like it.
No. I love it.
Because it gets the dust. It doesn't like recirculate the dust into the house. It expels the air to the outside.
Yeah.
So there's no dust in the house.
But we have
when
a
you vacuum.
can.
Yeah, and I take care of it.
And we take care of it.
I take care of it.
Yeah,
You
how
don't
often do you have to?
Every couple of months.
Yeah.
I just keep an eye on it.
Right. But so I like it because we have a hose on each floor, and then we have a 3-story house, and then we have the garage. We have a hose in the garage. We don't use that hose, but we installed the outlet and put a hose in there just in case we ever need it. But we use those big dry vacs
in the garage. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we typically use. But I like it because I have a hose on each floor. Right, I'm not lugging a vacuum. I guess I could get a portable vacuum on every floor.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think it does as good.
No, but
the suction is terrible.
But the hose is so long. I can extend that hose. Now we have outlets.
The hose is 35 feet long.
Yeah, it could go very far.
Yeah.
And I just love the way that it picks up everything. And I noticed too, a couple of times I had somebody come into the house over the years, help me clean, when I'm spring cleaning, and they bring their own little vacuum and it doesn't pick up what my central vac does. But I'm going to tell you something. When I've listed homes over the many years, I've been doing it 30 years, and I've been met with people at their home that have central vac. 10 out of 10 times, every single solitary time, that owner said they hated their central vac system and that it doesn't work. And I can't imagine that because every day or every other day that I bring that central vac out I love it.
I used a different, when I installed our system, I installed a heavier PVC pipe. I didn't use the regular PVC that they use. I used a bigger pipe. So our system is upgraded. Ours is not the typical. And it's much more powerful. I mean, we had stink bugs one time in a curtain and just, they're all gone. Right out the building.
Right.
No more stink.
Right.
No more bug.
No, but, and I like the fact that we're very low maintenance. You're not changing bags. And,
Oh, no.
And that brush, that rubber thing.
But the people have the upright. They take the cup out. There's dust falls out. It's yuck. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Ours is better.
So I wanted to talk about that because I don't think I've ever met anybody that liked their central vac.
Well, they probably don't know how to maintain it. They're not familiar with it. See, I'm the exception to the rule because I put it in, and I know how to take care of it. I know what to look for. If it needed a motor in the head, I changed that. So the beater bar, the brush beater bar in there.
But how often? I mean, vacuum cleaners do not last.
No.
No matter which one you buy.
The suction power on our system is
and we've had
unbelievable.
Very little to no problems over the years.
Zero.
Right.
Okay.
So I wanted to get that out there.
All right.
Anybody that's thinking about it,
Get a good system. Don't cheap on it.
Yeah. All right. There are home improvement projects that may not bring return on investment.
Wait a minute. If I put new tires and new brakes on my car and I spend $2,500, can't I just raise the sales price $2,500?
No, it doesn't work that way.
No, really?
It needs those things. Those are necessary things.
No, but I put the money in. I want the money out.
Sorry.
So today's buyer really wants, we found this out on some of our recent listings that have sold. Today's buyer really, really wants to walk in and not have to do any cosmetic updates. I mean, painting is one thing, but they want a nice kitchen. They want a nice bathroom. Does it have to be ultra modern? Well, I mean, it depends on their budget, right? So Those are the things that most people want. So we have had sellers that have really poured money into some systems that you cannot see, and spent a lot of money when they purchased the home and building chimneys, putting insulation in, and taking care of the systems.
A $15,000 roof.
And so, or windows, whole house, and then haven't devoted those funds and those monies to maybe updating kitchen and baths, and maybe they're from the 70s, and somebody like DC wouldn't mind the retro look, right?
Fine. Yeah. Get me at least into the 90s as far as the interior goes. Outside, I want the classic look, but
Yes. Okay.
Inside, I need a little modern.
All right, there you go.
Sure.
That's a well-spoken point.
All right.
Right. So let's talk about this.
So money you put in versus what you're going to get out.
Yeah. So here's what the experts say. Do not turn your kitchen into a white wonderland.
Yeah, I don't like that.
All right.
It's very institutional.
If selling your home is off in the future, it might be a year off or 10 years off. But if it's in your future, there are things to try to avoid. Bringing some color into the kitchen is a good thing.
Okay.
Don't
right.
try to ignore trends. Go for a classic look.
Nice maple cabinets or something like that, right? Okay.
Okay. Here's another thing they say: don't expect a dollar for dollar return on adding a walk-in closet. How many times have people take an average 2-story, 3-bedroom home and taken it down to a 2-bedroom home because they wanted a larger walk-in closet? It's done. And if you plan on staying there for the next 40 years,
that's fine.
Yeah.
But you were talking about the prices earlier. The difference between a 2-bedroom and a 3-bedroom is almost $100,000.
Right.
So now they're going to knock that value right off the top of the house.
No matter how beautiful it is.
Oh, it's the most beautiful walk-in.
It's going to devalue the house. And again, if it's going to be your forever home, do it.
Right. But
Right?
if I want to,
Eventually sell and move on to something, be very careful.
so money. What are some of the improvements you get your money back for?
Kitchen upgrade,
Kitchen,
a garage door, entry door.
Yes.
Right?
These are things you see and you use every day.
Right. So there is a return on investment, like the largest return on the investment is a garage door replacement.
See?
The second is an entry door replacement. Vinyl siding. That you can get return, especially if you're moving from a wood exterior.
Right. But how many instances do you have where people took a home and they did $40,000 worth of, they did windows and insulation, and now they expect to get that money back when they sell their home?
It's not happening.
Not going to happen.
And usually we have to be the ones to tell them. But the market reaction to your price, if you're not seeing any showings, that's the market responding. And it's oftentimes the realtor's fault in terms of, I think the perspective is you should be advertising more. I want to see it in the New York Times. I want to see it on every website. And, with the Century 21 system, we can, guarantee that it's on everyhouse.com that there is out there on the internet. Well, once again, if the activity is not there, the showings are not there, and in the market that we're in, if you're not pending in the first 2 weeks,
You're too high.
you're too high.
Too high, too long. Mm-hmm. Right? And then a house is out there, and they say a house is like a loaf of bread. Everybody wants it when it's fresh and hot. Nobody wants it when it's old and stale.
A roof replacement might get you 50% return on investment,
Okay.
but it's not going to get 100%.
This is the cost of ownership. These are things we have to pay for.
So before spending money on costly upgrades, make sure it's one that gives you a good return on investment if you see yourself selling your house in the future. It's the best advice, because oftentimes we are called out and people ask us what they should do, and when they're considering selling.
A garage door, people don't think of it, but when you change a garage door, it changes the whole appearance of the building. I mean, we have a building in Scranton. We changed one of the garage doors, and it looks like a new building. It's the same building, but it looks 100 times better.
Believe it or not, a wood deck costs about $17,000.
Wow.
But this home That's on average.
Okay.
You can go lower.
Right. Okay.
But it doesn't add overall value. So you'll get maybe under 40% return on that.
Yeah, that's not.
And then if you turn, and I mean, you're not going to want to hear this. Perish the thought. But brace yourself when I say this. But people have done this. I've listed homes as such. When they turn their garage into a bedroom.
Oh,
What do you
perish the thought.
Nerve.
Oh
the
my
nerve,
God! How
right?
could they do such a blasphemy?
I know, right? And I've actually been in homes and sold homes that have done that, right? So, and they think
I've seen it too.
they need the living space. I get it. What do you say when people rip down their garage and when it's detached? Why?
Yes, exactly. Why?
And then they say because it was in terrible condition. And what do you say?
Could have fixed it.
Yeah, and you got to be careful doing that in some of these towns and boroughs and cities because once you tear it down,
It ain't going back.
you know the setback rules.
That's
So
right.
just-
Existing structures are exempt most of the
Just
time.
be very careful. And here we go. And there's a lively debate regarding this one, but I think Pat and I are on the same page. I don't know about you, DC. Installing an in-ground swimming pool.
I'm not a pool fan myself personally. So.
Yeah, but if people do it, they're not going to.
Don't expect to get that money back.
No.
You put $50,000 in a pool. Don't expect you added $50,000 to the house. You've added extra costs now. The cost of maintaining the pool, the cost of chemicals and electricity. What about insurance? Your home insurance is going to go up too. There's lots of costs with an in-ground pool.
Yeah.
You have to have the proper fencing. It's not my cup of tea.
Well, and just the fact that our weather here sometimes,
You get to use it 3 months out of the year.
right.
If
And
that.
so, I don't know. How about DIY gone bad? A lot of people think that they can watch a YouTube video, but that's, be careful when you're going to do that yourself, taking out walls and such. Creating a luxury bathroom won't get it. And
I went through a house where they did the renovations recently with someone. Oh, man. Not good. Not good. You could
Yeah.
tell it was DIY. You could tell it was
DIY.
DIY is the word. Yeah.
Yeah. And then creating a luxury bathroom is not going to get you much back, nor is wall-to-wall carpeting. Most people want wood floors these days. You agree?
Yes. Wood floors are timeless, and they're always good. You can always put an area rug down and take it up to match your furniture or do whatever. Wall-to-wall is wall-to-wall. You're stuck with it.
And the color.
Yep.
You might hate it in 2 months.
You can hide your money under the carpet.
All
too.
right. Well, that was a good discussion. How about a listing?
We have a cozy 3-bedroom ranch-style home at 186 Ellen Road in Jessup for $179,000. This home is in the Valley View School District, and it features an open-concept living, dining, and kitchen area that is perfect for modern living and entertaining. It has a concrete driveway and a 1-car garage, along with an updated kitchen and bath. The rear deck will need repairs, but this is the perfect opportunity to purchase an affordable home in today's market. And it's on a 115 by 70 lot. That's a 3-bedroom ranch-style home at 186 Ellen Road in Jessup for $179,000. And that's listed by Kim Pizzanti of our office.
Join us next Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m. to listen to more of the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. Are you ready to make your next move in the world of real estate? Look no further than Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, your trusted partner in buying and selling homes. If you're a homeowner looking to sell, Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will ensure you get the best possible price in today's competitive market. And if you're in the market to buy your dream home, Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will help you find the perfect place to call your own.
Congratulations.
We've adopted the popular saying, an educated consumer is our best customer. That's why since 2010, we've hosted the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate Saturdays at 11 a.m., Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on 94.3 The Talker. Visit jready.com. That's JRUDDY.com or call 570-344-6600 6724. Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, where dreams find their address.